good, y'all? I hope y'all have had a lovely Halloween. Welcome to the movie mass. I am your brother Jay. I am the choir boy of Criterion. And, let's get that out of the way. I had a lit Halloween. I hope y'all did too. I'm just getting back into it now. I'm coming back to life. Shh. Forgot my drink. That is better. Okay. Here I am. I'm here. I'm here, barely. But I'm here. It's Saturday. It's November the 1st. I got my leftover candy box here. I got some Alka-Seltzer in here. I know I got some Alka-Seltzer in here. Those out of the way. Where's that Alka-Seltzer? All right. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. I hope this shit is a relief. This is the Halloween hangover. I hope you guys are enjoying your Halloween weekend or have enjoyed your Halloween weekend. By the time you see this, no doubt the weekend will be coming to a close. I had Alka-Seltzer one time as a very small child. I must have been 4 or 5 years old, one of my earliest memories. I picked up my dad's Alka-Seltzer and I was thinking it was a Sprite. I like Sprite, so I take a sip and it was Alka-Seltzer and it was like the worst thing I had ever experienced at 4 years old. You know, you're expecting one thing and it turns out to be something else. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about my early experiences with medicines I shouldn't have been trying. It's better already. A little hair of the dog that bit me, you know what I mean? It's the only way to get over this type of thing. I'm still wearing the Halloween costume. Didn't sleep much last night, and as you can imagine, yeah, I'm here to talk about the post-Halloween vibe in terms of movies, in terms of the spooky season. Now that it's kind of going away, I think we were very lucky this year that Halloween fell on a Friday night this year. I wouldn't have done this to myself on a Wednesday night or something like that. With Halloween falling on Friday, it kind of allows the whole weekend to be an extended Halloween celebration. So normally I'm very autistic about, you know, kind of Halloween's the cutoff. I'm not watching anything Halloween related after Halloween. But, you know, with November 1st today, as I'm recording this, at least being a Saturday, I think it's all good in the hood if you want to continue on through the weekend, kind of let your Halloween freak flag continue to fly, because I'm going to tell you something. I still got more stuff upstairs. I got some more stuff hidden away upstairs of the edible variety. So I did want to, you know, make one more kind of video to follow up on the Halloween season. Can you hear that? I feel like I poured that right into the microphone. Anyway, I apologize. I'm obviously not in the best shape as of this moment, so I'm just doing what I can to get by. But I wanted to make one last Halloween-related video as a post-mortem, is what they call it. I engaged in, earlier this morning, I engaged in one of my favorite November the 1st pastimes. I don't know if you guys have rituals, things you like to do on November the 1st, you know, the morning after Halloween. I myself have a ritual wherein I get in the car, stumble out to the car, bleary-eyed, and I like to take my happy ass to the Spirit Halloween. I go to the Spirit Halloween because everything's 50% off the day after Halloween. At least all the decor is. That's all I really care about. I'm not there for any of the costumes. I think there's enough there at Spirit Halloween that is movie related that a lot of us folks who love spooky season, who love October Halloween related films, you're going to have a lot to love there at Spirit Halloween. I think a lot of us shop there for, you know, t-shirts. They got a lot of online only t-shirts that are pretty lit. They've got, you know, a lot of merchandise that ties in with film franchises like Halloween and Chucky and whatnot. And so I grabbed a few things today. I'm not going to show you guys everything just because 20 minutes of like, hey, I got another styrofoam headstone. In fact, they're right there just outside of the camera. I got several large tombstones. So, you know, build out the graveyard. And it makes sense when things are 50% off. You know, you're going to go, like I think today we got like $400 worth of stuff. You know, 2 days ago it would have cost me $400 to get everything I got today. But today it only cost me $200, and it's hard to argue with that. So I won't put any of this shit out until next year. But I got some cool stuff. I got this guy right here. He's within arm's reach. Look at that guy. He's like a jack-o'-lantern with teeth and he's like chewing on a human hand. He's like gnawing on a whole human hand. He's got bloody teeth. My 6-year-old picked this out. Can you believe my 6-year-old daughter? She's not even a boy. She's a girl. My 6-year-old daughter watched Snow White and then go pick out man-eating jack-o'-lanterns. She liked it with all the bloody teeth in the hand. She wasn't freaked out by that at all. I gotta say, it made me a little proud. I don't know what this would have cost brand new. And I don't even know why I'm trying to read this. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read this. It was like $10 though, so you could just take my word for it. I'm gonna put that down there with the leftover candy and beer cans. Oh, this thing is really cool. Look at what else I got. I know you guys have seen these on the internet. This is here, let me light it up for you. Here we go. How cool is that? It lights up, it glows orange on the inside. It says Halloween 2 on the back. Look at that shit. Halloween 2 and shit. Look at how bright and reflective that was. I thought for sure they were gonna be sold out of these. I saw this back in September when I went to the Spirit Halloween. I took my youngest to the Spirit Halloween, and we went there, and I saw these, and I thought for sure they were gonna be sold out. And they weren't. They had a couple left today, so I grabbed the only one that worked. Because hell yeah, we like Halloween around here. Have you guys watched my video where I talk about all the Halloween movies? You need to. I think only 30 people have watched it, so chances are you haven't. You need to get on that, okay? But yeah, I got the Halloween jack-o'-lantern thing. I got some more, like a zombie for outside. I was mostly trying to find like more outdoor decor, trying to beef that up. Let me get another big sip of this. But also there is the matter of the movies that we don't get around to. I'm sure that many of you out there like me, you begin the month of October very ambitious, thinking that you're gonna get through this huge pile of 50 movies or something like that. And then, you get to the end and you wake up on your living room floor the morning of November 1st. And did I just say November? November the 1st. November, how's my hair? November the 1st. So you wake up on your living room floor the morning of November the 1st, and my mouth still feels a little mushy, apparently. I can't pronounce November when I'm going fast. And you look around and you realize, holy shit, there's a stack of movies that I didn't get to. And I do feel fortunate that, as I said earlier, Halloween was a Friday, therefore I have the rest of the weekend to get my Halloween movies in. I'm just gonna let it go until Sunday. I'm gonna wake up Monday morning, November the 3rd, and I'm gonna pack all the shit in. Because I have respect for myself. When the work week begins, packing it all away. I'm gonna get out in my yard, I'll pull all the decorations down and pack it away for next year, and it's all good. But I did wanna share with you guys the movies. I have a stack here. I think it's like, I don't know, it's 9 or 10 movies. I got a stack right here next to me of the films that I had ambitiously decided I was going to watch this year, but of course, life is what it is. If you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm saying, and you don't need me to make any excuses because you understand. I didn't get around to all of these movies, and I wanna share this small shame with you people. Maybe it'll be cathartic. Maybe it'll help me in some way to be less ambitious next year. I'm gonna start off with kind of a bigger one, I think, at least in more recent years. That is WNUF Halloween Special. I watched this one last year. In fact, I showed this one to my wife and her parents last year. It was their first time seeing it. I got this slipcover. This is like the second. They did like a standard edition that has a slipcover. It's not like the special edition with the slip case or anything like that. It's the second one they did. But anyway, I showed this to my family last year, and they watched it with me, and they just all thought that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I don't think they were prepared for the film to be that style, that kind of kitschy, kind of nostalgic throwback, a little tongue-in-cheek. I don't think they were expecting that. But I didn't get around to watching WNUF, and I might wind up watching this one tonight. We'll see what the wife says and what kind of mood she's in. But yeah, I did not get around to watching this, and I feel a little bit bad about this because this is kind of a latter-day Halloween classic, in more recent years at least, and a fun film to watch. Maybe not the spookiest. It's not up there with like Trick or Treat or the better Halloween films, but it is a fun one, and you have to appreciate the kind of loving approach that they took to The idea of like taping some Halloween special from television with the commercials and everything in it. I also had intended to watch Funeral Home. This is one that I got, I don't know, a few months back, maybe earlier in the summer or even late spring. This is a Shout Blu-ray that they released. I believe they released this in 2024 or maybe even early this year, 2025. I think 2024 though. Somebody with the internet can look that up and tell me in the comments if I'm making that up or not. But clearly I have excuses for my brain not functioning well currently, as you already know. But Funeral Home, while I don't think it's a Halloween-specific horror film, this is probably one that I could watch in November without being too egregious. So yeah, I'm gonna check this one out. I'm not gonna wait a year till next spooky season to watch Funeral Home. Funeral Home I'm gonna check out. I've never seen Funeral, at least I don't think I've seen Funeral Home. I may have seen Funeral Home, and I'll report back to you and let you know if I had or not. I had also hoped to watch I Walked with a Zombie. I was actually gonna save both of these for spooky season, watch both of these in October, but my wife was in the mood to watch something kind of creepy, kind of maybe like horror adjacent, and something that was a little old, classic, maybe a little noirish. And so we watched The Seventh Victim together back in, I don't know, it was probably September, maybe late August or September. We watched The Seventh Victim, but I have not yet watched I Walked with a Zombie on 4K. I haven't seen I Walked with a Zombie since film school, and that was in the early aughts, to age myself a little bit. And so I have obviously not watched it on 4K. I bought the 4K, I don't know, June, when they were doing the 50% off sale. Was it June? I think it's June, when they do the 50% off sale. I'm sorry, guys, my brain is not working. I had a lot of fun on Halloween, okay? But I am wanting to watch I Walked with a Zombie. Again, it's not a Halloween-specific film, so it's a type of horror movie, classic horror movie, Val Lewton film from the early 40s that you can probably watch just about any time of year. Is going to be fine for watching I Walked with a Zombie. So I'm going to check that one out maybe at some point, not in November. I'm going to come at you guys in my next video to talk about the theme of November. But I'm thinking that after this weekend, once the Halloween hangover is over and we're well and truly done with Halloween seasonal stuff, when I cut myself off on Monday, and you should too, we got to have self-respect. We got to have some respect for ourselves. When we cut ourselves off on Monday and we just completely wash our hands of Halloween, I think I'm taking November off of horror films in general. I just need a little palate cleanser, and my next video after this one, that next one will be about the plan for the palate cleansing, and anybody who's interested can join me. Fright Night. Look at that. I do love this steelbook. I do love this movie. This is a fantastic movie, great package. Love the steelbook. The 4K looks great. I think I've watched this once since I bought it on 4K. I think I've watched it once. I sure hope I've watched it once since I bought it on 4K. Look at that. Chris Sarandon on the back cover, just looking vampiric as shit right there. You don't want to run into that guy under the pale moonlight, let me tell you that much. But this one, again, is probably appropriate for the fall. I think there is a school scene, at least one scene where he's in school, like he has to go to class. So it's obviously not taking place over the summer break. This feels appropriate for the fall. Jerry Dandridge there wearing the coat and everything on the back of that movie. Not that vampires really care much one way or the other about the cold. I don't imagine it affects them very much, but Fright Night is a classic. Fright Night is a really like upper tier, like S-level horror film of the 1980s, vampire film. It is really just one of the cream of the crop, absolute best, like Eric Roberts, best of the best. And yeah, so this one would have been great to watch in October just because it's perfect for the fall. It's obviously a horror film, would have been great for Halloween, but alas, I did not get to it. And thus I will have to wait. Maybe I'll try to squeeze that one in this weekend too, because I've been hankering to watch it. The other one I didn't watch is Grave Robbers. I did watch Cemetery of Terror because that does take place on Halloween. But Grave Robbers, this was a blind buy for me, so I've never seen this film. I'm looking forward to it. I kind of know a little bit more of what to expect now that I have watched Cemetery of Terror. Yeah, and that was sort of an odd film, but kind of fun. In a way, felt very appropriate for Vinegar Syndrome. So I'll check out Grave Robbers at some point, probably not in the month of November. we'll just, we'll save that one. We'll put that one away. We're going to tuck Grave Robbers away for a rainy day when I'm feeling like watching a horror film in Spanish from the 1980s. And not in November, though, because we're going to have a different vibe for November, as I have alluded to. Graveyard Shift. I also did not watch. I meant to watch it, but just, didn't get around to it. I don't have excuses, really. It's just, it's hard for me to watch movies. It's easier for me to watch anthologies because I can watch them in bits and pieces, but sometimes it is hard to watch a full feature film at night. So it's tough. I have to get my films in at night. I also record these fine videos for you fine people at night, and I edit them at night. And so really, like anything that I do that's extracurricular outside of like work and family stuff, my day jobs of landlording and being a dad and stuff like that, I do what I can for you people because you're important to me. But I didn't get around to Graveyard Shift, and by the time December rolls around, I'm probably going to be in the mood for some more traditional Christmas fare, but also like Christmas horror. So I'm not sure that I'll be squeezing Graveyard Shift in, but January, February, the doldrums of the winter months, I'm sure I will appreciate having a few horror films tucked away that I can bust out on a snowy night when I'm stuck inside the house and I got to get out there in the morning and start snow blowing. One of my least favorite things to do, but it is what it is. I also meant to watch Young Frankenstein. I was going to revisit Young Frankenstein. It has been many, many years since I have seen Young Frankenstein, at least 20 years probably since I've seen it. It's been many, many years. And I have it here on Blu-ray in this nice Mel Brooks collection, which was gifted to me by my good friend Matt. My dear friend Matt gifted this to me some years back, and I have not yet watched Young Frankenstein, and I meant to, because why not? I think having some horror comedy in the month of October is nice. It provides a little bit of balance. I am into like palate cleansing and variety, and while I do want to stick with things that are October and kind of Halloween related, Young Frankenstein, I think, does a good job of being related in the sense that there's that like classic Universal Monsters tie-in, the riff off of that, but then also it's Mel Brooks. You guys have seen Young Frankenstein, no doubt. I don't need to tell you that it's, I think it's a good palate cleanser if you're watching a lot of Night of the Demons and Halloween movies and stuff like that, it's a nice palate cleanser from like Michael Myers stabbing that blonde girl like through the neck and stuff like that. I mean, that can be kind of gnarly. This stuff is doing its job, let me tell you. Anyway, I'm kind of ashamed of these last few, guys, so I hope you don't judge me too harshly. Let it rip in the comments, but I hope you don't judge me too harshly. I didn't get around to these last few, and I meant to, but I didn't. Look at this one, Amityville Horror. I meant to get around to this one, but I did not. Look at that gloss. Let me just let the light kind of slide over the case. This is like the opposite of spot gloss. You got a lot of slip covers from Vinegar Syndrome that have a little bit of spot gloss on them. This one is the opposite. It's like all gloss. The whole thing, it's like black lacquer. It's like if you eat pizza and then even think about touching this, this slip cover, there will be greasy fingerprints all over the thing just for thinking about it. Anyway, I meant to revisit this film as well. I did not own this film on 4K until Vinegar Syndrome quite recently put out this alternative slipcover, which I did avail myself of because it looked cool. It looked cool on the internet, and I didn't have a copy. I wanted a slipped copy, but it looks even better in real life. This is one that the gloss looks even better in real life. Amityville Horror, I think, is another film that I would like to try to watch in the fall. So I don't know, maybe if I get wild and feel like slipping in a horror film in November, I might go for it just because I was hankering to watch it. This one I feel bad about too. An American Werewolf in London. Yeah, I meant to watch it this month. I told myself I was going to watch it. In fact, I had this next to my my television for pretty much the entire month of October, just waiting to pop it in. This is the 4K box set from Arrow, of course. Got a little alternative artwork in there. There's the alternate art on the case. But yeah, I meant to watch this. Obviously, this is another one that really gets talked about a lot in October, and a classic, one that I grew up with, certainly, one that was present for pretty much all of my life, and I didn't watch it, and I feel a little bit bad about that. I'm kicking myself a little. Like I said, I'm a little ashamed of these last couple people, so don't judge me, monkey. And the last one that I did not watch, that I might, we'll see what the wife says, because if she's not down for WNUF tonight, I might try to watch that one after she passes out. But maybe before she falls asleep, we can watch The Crow. And I like to save this one for October as well. The Crow, technically, I think much of the narrative takes place on Devil's Night, that night before Halloween. So I do like to watch this one later in the year. I don't think it's there it is without the slipcover on it. Brandon Lee, looking cool on the back, you know, just looking like a badass. I don't think it's a great or egregious sin to watch this one in November or December. I think it's a good film to watch when the days are cooler and shorter. The daylight is shorter. I think you want to watch The Crow on a day when it got dark at 5:30. You don't want to watch The Crow on a night in the summer where the sun is still up at 9:45, and you're watching The Crow. You're trying to watch The Crow, and the sun is still slightly above the horizon. One complaint I have about this Steelbook is that, look at that. This is like a hot dog down a hallway. It's like the Steelbook just does not want to stay in the slipcover. I have a couple slipcovers that are way too tight, and then I have a few that are just like, this thing is just, you know, this thing is just loose. It is hot dog down a hallway material right there. This Steelbook slipcase combo is like, this is absolutely the girl I dated in college. This is absolutely, look at that. It's just so loose. It just falls right in, falls right out. You can't even tell it's in. This is absolutely the girl that I dated in college. Look at that, look at that. Can't even feel it, it's terrible. What has she been doing? Anyway, so I'm gonna try to check out The Crow maybe before the winter is over and the days start getting a little longer. Because I haven't watched that one on 4K either. I think I had a DVD copy of The Crow many years ago. I don't believe I had a Blu-ray copy, so I have not yet seen The Crow on 4K, and my eyes are thirsty to watch the 4K of The Crow, because I heard good things, but it's tough hearing good things and like wanting to check it out, and like it's here, it's on my shelf over there, it's been on my shelf over there for more than a year, and I just have not gotten around to it yet. And I've got this long list of 375 movies that I own that I haven't watched yet, and The Crow is on that list because I have not seen the 4K yet. And so, you know, I got this huge list, and I also beat myself up over that, and I got to get on it, man. There's really no question about it. I just got to find my discipline. I got to get up early in the morning, 5 a.m., start watching movies at the very beginning of the day, get it in before the kids wake up or something. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys have had a lovely Halloween. I hope you guys spent some time this weekend watching the Halloween movies that you did not yet get to. I've got a few in this list. I think I can get it to at least 2 or 3 of these that I just showed you now. Like WNUF, The Crow, and Fright Night would be excellent to get to this weekend. I hope you guys do the same. I hope you guys continued with the Halloween spirit, the Hallowtide spirit for the duration of the weekend. I hope you guys had a fucking lit Halloween like I did. I hope you guys got a new STD last night. I hope you guys tripped balls and like met all the classic Universal monsters during your peyote trip. I hope all those things for you guys. I wish nothing but the best for you guys. But for these people right here, these patrons, I wish even better for them. So I want good things for all of you, but the best for these folks right here. All of the blessings of Allah be upon them. And to the rest of you fine people, thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to get on this list, you know what to do. I make it very easy for you. And I love you guys all very much. Happy Halloween, mofos. I'll see you guys in a couple of days when we talk about the theme for November, because there's going to be a theme this November. And I'm going to definitely attach that video when I get a little bit more sleep, maybe a little bit more of these, a couple more Alka-Seltzers, a little bit more sleep, an Italian sandwich. I'll see if I can talk my wife into doing something sexual, and I'll come back with some energy so I can really put some put some enthusiasm and effort into that video. In the meantime, you guys, stay black. Happy Halloween. Peace. Ooh, bottom of that was not good.